Okay. Okie dokie. Hopefully this is the right code. It is. Haha. Alright. So let us see if tonight we can finish this game. We begin the grind for health now. On this first health grind, I'm not actually going to worry too much about getting full, because I still need to practice a little bit of this last room, because it's pretty difficult so far from what I've been able to tell. They'll probably get maybe about halfway full. Give me 1 second. This seems like a pretty solid way to grind for life, though. And I think it seems to actually be more consistent if you only use one bomb here instead of like multiple. Yeah, it seems like if you use more than one, that can happen. If you just use one, pretty consistent. First of many long health grinds tonight, I'm sure. I was just testing that to see if it seems like, so yeah, only one is spawned at a time, which is interesting. But it seems like they're constantly like on screen even before they pop out. Kind of like I think that's how it was in Super Mario World too, wasn't it? Like, because Yoshi was able to grab things out of pipes that you couldn't see yet. I think, if I remember correctly. So it kind of makes sense. And you just take advantage of that by bomb explosion being able to reach where you actually can't see. Maybe I'll go for a little more health here. I'm not sure how much I want to do at first here. I don't really want to get full health until like I'm ready to actually give it a full try. Maybe just I'll get like, if I can here, get to 50, and then we'll go. Because before I really like sit here and grind all my way to full health a couple times, I want to make sure I know what the, the strats are here for what I want to do. Pretty sure yesterday I didn't even make it to the end of this area. I got real far though. I think I was pretty much getting close because I was at like a, what almost looked like a boss room or something. Yeah. That room's always like really scary. That's like one of the hardest parts, I feel like, not getting caught there. Oh, wow. Yeah, and that's why we don't grind to full health. Because it'd be a waste of time. That's really strange, actually. He spawned really early. I wonder why that was. Because yesterday I remember, like, you were at least able to jump on that platform and then, like, move a little bit forward before he spawned. He was, like, right there. I don't know how this thing's supposed to work, to be honest. I think the strategy maybe will be to get 200 HP for each attempt for right now. And then once I'm real, like, and by attempt I mean like actually going down there and seeing what's all down there, because the fact that you can just lose it all by just getting caught once like I did there, I mean that's a waste of like, 10-15 minutes of grinding HP. I think if you wait like to the last second there, it's actually kind of worth it because you can get a second hit there. Let's see, I was late. Yeah, but so you gotta watch out for like if you mistime it. So we'll go to about 90 HP here, probably. Maybe I'll just fill the first 2 bars. That probably is the best way to do it. I should probably get used to doing it with less HP anyway, because when I go down there, I'm gonna not want to take that many hits anyway, I imagine. We're just gonna pretend right now that we only have, you know, 2 E-tanks. And then when we actually figure out, like, okay, we know where the boss is and we have it all down, then we're just gonna go and get all HP. Like, see, I'm not sure why he was able to hit me there. Because I was in, you know, screw attack form. Screw attack doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. Yeah, see, the only thing bad about this is, like, occasionally, if you don't get that second drop, or if you don't get a drop from the second kill, you can actually get hit by the third thing that spawns. The strategy is really worth it if you can at least guarantee a drop from the first 2 kills, but then, like, if you don't get it, then you can kind of take damage. Okay. Alright. Yeah, so from now on, we're just gonna pretend that we only have this much HP. Because, I think that's a pretty reasonable amount just to get, you know, to practice with. The fact that it does 30 damage for free is kind of crazy. Wait, how did he get down here? Okay, I'm taking way too much damage. I feel like some of the spawns got thrown off somehow. Oh my god, wow, these things are just not letting me get through. Yeah, I'm not sure. That's weird, because I feel like yesterday when I did that room, that's not how things spawned. See, that's one of the problems with this game, is like, it really depends on like what the game decides to load in at what time. Like, okay, so this is why we don't get full HP though, because You never know what the game is gonna do. After that room, it's kind of smooth sailing, though, for damage, I think. Because I think the next room after that is the one with all the Metroids. So that one's just sort of freezing. Because, like, once you get hit by one of them, it's over anyway. So you just got to get through that first room. And then that, whatever you get through with that should be, I think, the health that you get through to that round with just everything flying all over the place. I think you kind of actually want to do them a little closer together. I think if you wait too long, it'll bounce you up. Yeah, it'll bounce you up too high. Okay. Yeah, see, he's really not supposed to be right here. Dude, these things are crazy. Oh, wow. Wait. Okay, that didn't kill me. I was gonna say, can that really grab you from there? This one's kind of awkward. I remember this. I think you have to let them come over to you. And then this room is just absurd. Okay, I am noticing something though. Okay, that's interesting though. I did just notice something, is that when you go in there, because I actually blew up that barrier last night. So, okay. So maybe, okay, I think this time I might try to get a little more HP, because if I can get all the way down there and blast that other barrier open, then that means that next time I get down there I won't have to do it again. Alright, that wasn't too bad. Maybe we'll see how long it takes to try to full HP this time. Since I got kind of a general idea of what we gotta do. Give it a shot maybe with roughly full. I don't know how long that's gonna take though. If it takes too long, I might not go for full. Maybe 3 bars or something. Because I feel like I gotta be close to the end at this point. But I don't know if I'm gonna be able to reliably destroy that last barrier with, like, just going in with 200 like I have been. So we might have to go in maybe with full on this one and just try and hope not to get grabbed by Metroid. You really just gotta avoid taking damage from that second, or the third room, I guess, rather. Like, when you're going down the staircase almost there. Because if you can do that, then the rest of it is just Metroids. Yeah, being able to get 2 kills like this is actually probably what makes this really quick. I was only going to do 1, but then I was like... So 1 and then 2. Yeah, you want to do something like that. Not, see, that was too late, because I was saying, because if I didn't get that drop there, it would have knocked me up too high for the spawn. Yeah, like that's it, like 1, 2. Then you get the double kill, and then you shouldn't be knocked up too high for the spawn to happen. Because it won't spawn, like, it won't fly out, rather, if you're, like, right here. It's kind of like Mario. However, in this game, if you are above the pipe, it can still happen. For Mario, they at least give you a little leeway. Really shame you gotta grind this HP out though, but... I think that's really probably the biggest issue, actually, with the game. Because there's no way to really get health. Because the game itself is actually not too bad. It's just the grinding aspect of getting the HP back. It doesn't help that you also have to reset the room every so often because you stop getting drops. You might not even really have to reset it. You might just have to kill more like a certain amount before they actually come back to dropping again, but... Well, we'll have to remember too that that last Metroid on below down there actually can hit you. But I guess once you go through the door, you can actually get rid of it. So if I do get hit there, the door can actually get rid of it. I will take some damage, but not too much. I'll try to freeze it if I can if it's in a good spot. The fact that you don't even have to press the arrow keys, really, like if you just line this up perfectly, makes this way better than grinding health for a crate. What they should have did was whenever you get like an upgrade for like an E-tank, they should have made it so that you can actually get like more health from a drop. So instead of maybe 5, it goes up to like 8 and then 10 or something. Why does that keep happening? Yeah, because considering they give you more of a, so 1, 2. Yeah, for some reason, like, I guess you have to time it better. The only way to consistently not have to worry about that is to just do 1. Which isn't bad if you're actually getting consistent drops, because you actually don't have to wait that long in between. But the double bomb gives you the potential for like a double kill. Oops. Which means that you actually get 2 chances for a drop. But it also takes longer, so... I don't know what the optimal... I think I gotta reset. Wait, if I kill that and then I do this, what happens? Maybe that's the strategy. If you're killing the same enemy over and over again, you just have to kill a different enemy. Might be how it works. I just hope I don't get grabbed by a Metroid immediately. Be so salty. Now the question I have is would it be worth it to just sort of brute force that last door down? Because, like, if I'm taking a bunch of damage waiting there for that door, you know what I mean? Like, is it worth it to just use all this HP for that door and then grind again? I'm not quite sure. It probably is, considering the fact that, like, if I go there on like another, what do you call it? Like another attempt, I won't have to wait at that door and take extra damage. Okay. I wonder if you have to, like... No, okay. Maybe you probably do have to reset the room at some point then. Because he's not even dropping anything anymore. Hold on a second. I think those flying things actually drop more health. Would that be worth it? They drop like 10. I don't think it's worth it actually to grind these. Yeah, because they can also drop 5 as well. Oh, that was 20 actually it dropped. Maybe it would be worth it actually. Oops. Yeah, so like that was only 5. Yeah, I don't know. If they dropped it more consistently, it might be worth it. Considering how easy this is. We're gonna have a decent amount of HP going into this. As long as I don't get grabbed by a Metroid or I don't like really screw up in that one room, I should have enough for sure to get through that other room, like without a problem, like bombing that door. But almost. It's gonna be nerve-wracking going through these first couple rooms with these things. Oh no, did they? Wait, let me see. Oh no. I guess that's fine. I don't really need the extra. Oh, there it is. I was gonna say, I thought I had to reset the room again. Alright. Let's not get hit. Probably should have practiced that other room a little more, but at this point, that's not even the issue. I almost panicked. That room was gonna make me panic the most just because of the fact that you can lose so easy there. A little nervous of this area too. Okay, so far so good. Oh, I see why that's doing that now. That makes sense. I'll have to remember that for next time. I need him to come up here. Okay, or that could happen. Wish you could get through those. What did I get hit by? Oh, he spawned on me. Right? So wow, we took a lot of damage there. Not quite. Oh wow, that was... Can I get over you? Can't get over him. Right? Now, we gotta get through this room. Wait, I can actually stand in there, can't I? I gotta get closer. At this point, I just want to get rid of these barriers. Oh no, this is bad. Oh, I got it. I got it. I'm happy with that. Okay. We got a lot of the barriers there. That's good. I don't know how many there are, but hopefully they don't respawn, because the first one didn't. So. So we made good progress there. That's pretty much what I wanted. I didn't realize there were that many barriers, though. I thought maybe there'd be like 2 or 3 or something. Back to grind. So that wasn't too bad. We got a lot of them, and it looked like we were pretty much at the end of whatever that was. Yeah, that's kind of why I didn't plan. I didn't even, like, I'm assuming, I don't know, but I'm assuming the boss is at the end of that. It's like a big long corridor, which is fine, because that's why I wanted to use all that health there to just get rid of those barriers, and it looked like there was no more left. So, and if there is, I don't imagine beating this boss on the first try anyway, so I'll be able to open up the next one too. It's crazy how much fun this game would be if you didn't have to do this, because it's actually like, when there are difficult sections like this, it's actually kind of fun, but the problem is that, like, the grind is crazy. I guess in a way it kind of makes them even, like, more, interesting, because then, you know, it definitely makes it more stressful, because then you gotta be like, okay, if I screw this up, I gotta grind for, like, 10 minutes. So I'm trying to think what we learned there. I definitely learned in that one room that if I run too far to the left and fall off, it puts that one Metroid in a really awkward spot. And so I gotta make sure to stay a little bit to the right, because that's why I was getting stuck and hit by all those things there. If that made any sense. But it was the first Metroid in that room when you go down. If you go too far to the left is what brings him up, actually. You want him to stay down there, I think. Because then that's when you get in that awkward spot where you can't get past the those circles. Internet looks like it's holding out, which is good. Looked like it was lagging a little bit earlier. It's hard to tell when I start to stream if it's lagging, because with this game, what I've had to do is, since I haven't been writing the passwords down, I've been going back and looking at the stream VOD to see what the password was. And I do that once I start the stream, and so because of that, like I'm streaming and I'm watching the VOD to see what the password is, and it's creating like this lag, I guess, like for the internet. And so when I look at my OBS, it'll be like, oh, you dropped 10% of your frames. And I'm like, oh, is that because I opened up the Twitch page, or is that because... Is that just because my internet's garbage right now? So... But then I noticed once I started streaming and I was actually playing, I looked over and it had spiked a little bit, and I was kind of worried. It's hard to tell with this internet. It just does whatever it wants to do randomly. I've been getting into the habit of restarting the router, though. Like a restart, so that way, like before my stream, so that way it doesn't lag. That's been kind of helping. At least this isn't like a pain in the butt to do right here. That's nice, because when I was doing the Kraid grind, part of the reason that was so irritating is because you had to keep tapping the button and moving around, and with this I just tap B every so often. I don't even have to go pick it up. If I could actually get the timing down, I could do this double kill here. But it just seems like, unless you get the drop, it's pretty sketchy. Let's see, like I get hit. Yeah, it really depends. If I could get the timing down a little better. It's funny how, like, after beating Kraid, like, how quickly we got seemingly to the end of the game. I can't believe Kraid tripped me up for that long. I was under the impression that, like, you were supposed to, you know, shoot him, but I guess, you know, the strategy was just drop bombs all over him and he can't really damage you. I probably should have tried bombs sooner, actually, when I was doing, like, fighting Kraid, because I had forgotten that, in this game, when the bomb goes off, it can hit multiple times. Like, if the enemy's within the, you know, the range of it, it can just, like, hit the enemy multiple times while it's exploding. And I kind of forgot about that. And so, when I was thinking about bombing Kraid, in my mind, I was like, oh, you know, you'll get, like, maybe 3 hits, like, 1 from each bomb, and then, like, what's that really gonna do? But I forgot that it actually can hit multiple times. And I also forgot as well that when you get hit, it kind of gives you some iframes and pushes you around, so you won't be taking nearly as much damage. I just spent too much time overthinking that boss, I think is really what happened. I was trying to come up with these strategies of how to, like, freeze stuff, and it was just like, you don't really need to do that. And then Ridley I beat first try without even having full health. I do know who the final boss is in this game, though. That's Mother Brain. Which is why I'm pretty sure that this is, like, the end where we're going, because I do vaguely remember, like, what her, like, final, like, her boss fight room it looks like. And I think this is what it looks like, the area we were just in before I died there. So... Because again, I know bits and pieces about the game, but I've never played it, or I've never even really seen it, like, played. Now, Super Metroid I've seen played, but I've never seen Metroid 1 played. Which I think is kind of why this game irritated me a little bit more than it should have. Because, I was going into this game with the idea that it was going to be something slightly different. Like, as in, like, it wasn't going to be as, I don't want to say, like, tedious, but as, like, maybe difficult is the word. But, I mean, there were some parts that weren't even difficult as much as they were just annoying. Like this right here, for example, having to grind this. So, I think I had planned that this was going to take me a shorter time to do, and then I kind of got, you know, I've been playing it for longer than I had planned to. But I think that's more of my fault than the game's. I should have known that, like, a game like Metroid would take a while. But when you really think about it, most of my time playing this was just spent fighting Kraid and then grinding lives to fight Kraid. So... yeah, we're almost full again. I just really don't want to get caught by Metroid in the beginning. I'm gonna test my theory. Okay, yeah, see, it does seem like that the strategy is, or at least the way that this is programmed, is that I guess once you kill a certain, like one enemy, like a certain type of enemy over and over again so many times without leaving a room, it quits dropping anything. But it does seem like if you kill another enemy that is not the same, and you get a drop from that enemy, like, so you can't, it doesn't seem like it'll work if you just kill it. You also have to get a drop. And I think it seems like that resets the drop rate for the original enemy. Previously, I've only gotten that to work once per room before I had to restart, though. Okay, here we go again. Those two always make me nervous. I never know when they're gonna spawn. Same thing with those two. That room makes me a little nervous. This one makes me nervous too, but... Okay, hopefully he did not come up, right? Okay, yeah, that's where you want him. And then I should be able to do that. We're just gonna take that hit. Okay, so I gotta remember where these things spawn at. Oh. Oh my god, I almost just threw. I was trying to actually get him to come up so I could do that. Okay, don't panic. Alright. That area always makes me a little uneasy too. There's a lot of areas. Anything involving Metroids I don't like. We're gonna walk in here. We're gonna have to take a hit. Taking a lot of hits. Okay, this is fine. Oh, okay. We're at the end. Oh, we're taking a lot of damage. I just want to get this down. Okay. I think I'm dead here, but... Yeah, okay. That's fine. Because we got that last barrier. I'm okay with that. That was one... Okay, so we're right there. I'm fine with this. Because as long as all the barriers are gone now, that last one should be gone. Now, I'm sure we'll have to break the glass again, or whatever to get her. But I think this is fine. Now that... Okay, so that's the final one. This should be okay. I did take a little bit more damage than I was hoping to, but... most of the damage I took at the end there that was really unnecessary was because I was just trying to make sure I got that thing before I went down. I saw that I had, like, decent amount of health, but I was like, you know what? This is not the type of health that I'm gonna finish. Like, first try this boss on, so... I'm fine with that death, because we got another barrier down. And now we know exactly that we're at the end, so... Hopefully, I don't want to jinx myself, but I would like to finish this in under 20 hours. That'd be nice. It does seem like, and I don't want to jinx it again. You do get a little bit of leeway, even when like the like right before the thing, like really, especially in that one room with just like all the Metroids, like right before the final room there. It does seem like there's a little bit of leeway where like once they're about to grab you, you can like almost mash the shoot button, and then like you can freeze them. So even when they're on you, so it's not like I do like that. You do get a little bit of leeway there, because in a lot of cases, like it seems like especially the ones in the beginning in that first room were pretty brutal, and some of the other ones too. Like when you're in the air is really where it's bad, because you don't really get that leeway because they grab you out of the air. What is happening? That was strange. Oh, you know what probably happened there? I think because I was bombing too early before the thing left the screen, that it hadn't, like, so the way these seems to work is that only one thing from each pipe can be spawned at a time, and that even includes when they have a drop, like say they drop something, that still counts as like the enemy being on screen, I guess. And so because he was still flying off the screen and he hadn't like registered as being gone yet, my bomb went off before it actually respawned. And then because I didn't notice that right away, I kept getting in the same pattern of pressing B at the same time, and so I was just constantly in the pattern of missing the thing as it was respawning. I think that's what happened there. That's one nice thing I like about when you play an NES game. You can kind of figure out like how stuff works, like, and sometimes you can almost manipulate it, like stuff like this, for example, where like you know that it's spawned down there, like it's just off screen, and it's just not going to come up until you move out of the way or you jump up. So like it's spawned like right under this pipe. Now like technically we shouldn't be able to kill it, but because of the way the NES works, of course you can. For some reason, I never actually thought that they'd be spawned like right here. I actually assumed like they'd be a little bit lower, like almost near the bottom of the screen. Especially because if you look to the right, there's like a lot of space underneath that pipe. So I didn't even initially think that you could do this, because it just seemed like, well, we would need to be close enough to actually get the kill, even if it is spawned down there. So now we don't even have to stop until we get to Mother Brain at this point, because like before we had all these barriers in the way. I'm gonna have to be wary of it and switching back and forth between my missile, because that's where I screwed up, I think. Because I saw it coming down on like the ring coming down on top of me, and I didn't switch back to my regular blaster, and so because of that I was shooting missiles, which comes out slower, and I wasn't able to mash it to where like the second it became like the hitbox came out from the wall, I'd be able to hit it, and so it knocked me into the pit. And it also seemed like that what I want to do is, if I do need to bail out, go backwards, because it seemed like I was gonna have a lot harder time getting back onto the platform if I go forward toward Mother Brain. I think I want to go backwards so I can sort of have a chance to get back into that position again. Oh. I gotta reset the room. Yeah, see, I don't quite understand how it works. Sometimes you can get that to work, sometimes you can't. I guess it's not all bad, because I have the chance to get some decent health here. Didn't happen, though. The only thing I'm worried about now is how much health does Mother Brain have. Because, I mean, I don't know, it's one of the things I've noticed that a lot of enemies, or like both bosses in this game, had a decent amount of HP. We have 120 missiles, so I mean, we're gonna have enough ammo. The question is, we're gonna have enough health once we get down there. I think, I don't know if it's actually worth waiting in that one room. Because, like, do you go faster or slower to spawn them? I'm gonna want a lot of hits in that final room. I mean, we want to get as many as we can. I'm trying to think, like, would the strategy be, because, like, there was no ground there, so you'd have to take a hit almost if you landed on that back platform. So I'm just trying to think, like, would it be worth to jump up, get a couple hits on Mother Brain, jump back? Because, like, you have those things constantly shooting, unless you timed it to where, like, you jumped up and you were shooting Mother Brain as they were shooting, and then you jump back. But there's a lot going on there. I'm gonna have to... It's a pain you gotta go through, like, all this grinding and go back just to see the pattern, but at least now I won't have to focus on anything but what's going on. Because before I was trying to focus on just getting all the barriers. As soon as I saw there was another barrier, I was like, I gotta just focus on getting it. That's so easy to accidentally get stuck in that pattern of doing that. Reset the room probably one more time, and then we'll be ready to go for our... I guess this will be our, technically, like, our first real attempt of trying to kill Mother Brain, because before, I was just trying to get to Mother Brain. Whoa, I actually got a lot of HP there. What am I doing? I got a good HP drop, and then I threw it all away. So is 120 our limit? It couldn't be, because if both of them gave us a 75 upgrade plus whatever I had, that's way more than 120. The strategy of double bombing is so nice if you get the drop. It speeds up the process so much, but if you don't get the drop, then you start getting hit and you start losing HP. Okay, it looks like we gotta reset this, unless I can get a drop here. Okay, now that should have reset it, right? Yeah. It's interesting how that works. I guess it's just like, for some reason, after you just do the same enemy for so long, the game just gets all screwed up. And like you have to reset it by getting a drop from a different enemy. Uh-oh. So I can get one from him. There we go. Okay. I hate this door that you have to take a free 30 damage just by walking through it. I don't know why I tried to do that in one hit there. I don't want to take a hit at the end there, because that's just an unnecessary free hit. So there's 1 and 2. And oh, I screwed up. Wait. Oh, okay. Played that nice. Okay, I'm taking damage, but I'm fine. Didn't take too much. Now with this, I think I might do this. And then run over here, then run back. Oh. You stay away. That worked out pretty good. Alright. Got some good HP through here. A lot of slowdown, but... it's fine. Oh, okay, there's a platform here. I didn't see that. Okay, hold on. Fine. Okay, I'm taking unnecessary hit damage here. Oh no, that's not good. Can you get out of this? Okay. Wow, okay. Jesus. I'm just trying to think. So, there is a platform there. The only thing I could think to do, but I don't know how this is gonna work, is to freeze the circles that are around me. I took a lot of unnecessary hits there, which was kind of unfortunate. So I was able to freeze that one. See, what happened was I was kind of testing to see if I could get in there and how many shots I could hit off. And then I got knocked forward. So I think the idea is that, like, you want to make sure that most of the things are frozen. But the problem is like, those two come from the top and bottom. So the only thing I could think to do would be see if I can freeze the ones that I can freeze. And then after the other two pass, then go up, get some shots, and then run out before... Like, so what I was trying to do was shoot Mother Brain, and then I was trying to... stay up there, and I think that's not the play. I think the play is to try to freeze what you can freeze, and then just wait for the two that are coming from the top and the bottom to go, like, to pass, and then jump up, get some shots in, and then come back down, and then just hope you're not taking massive amounts of damage. Because it seems like once you get stuck on that side, you ain't getting out. Like, if you get pushed forward toward Mother Brain, because, like, it's really awkward the way you have to kind of do it, because you can't get too close to her, because then you'll take a hit, we get knocked back. And so I think, which knocks you back into the lava, so I think what you have to do is, like, jump up there, stay at, like, just, like, on the edge, and then try to jump in. But the problem is, because there's so many things shooting, that, like, it's almost like they're playing goalkeeper, and you can't really get back. So I think what I got to do is prioritize, kind of like what I said I was going to do, but then I didn't, because I was just kind of getting used to how it was. I got to prioritize bailing out to the back, like, instead of trying to stay up there and, like, fight. Because, like, and if there's a situation where I'm going to take a hit, I need to not be standing up there. I wonder if it's almost, like, useful to every couple kills, like, switch up to this, and then keep going back. Maybe not. So I was saying before about if you kill the same enemy too many times, it sort of throws the game off, it seems, and then they don't drop anything anymore. There's probably a certain amount. Like, I'm sure that the game only has, like, a certain amount of memory per, like, screen. Like, whenever you kill so many enemies, it, like... There's probably some sort of thing, like, some RNG thing that determines, like, whether or not you're gonna get a drop. And that probably has to do with, like, it probably can only hold so many kills, if that makes sense. And then you have to reset it. And it seems like it probably resets every time you kill a different enemy. I'm not sure. You see, now I'm getting drops again. I think overall that didn't go too bad. But it was pretty terrible, though. I think, yeah, like I said, I think I need to really play back instead of going up and trying to stay up there and shoot at the things that are coming up and down. Because that was kind of what I was going to try to do, was shoot that and then jump back and then shoot the other one. But I think, because after a certain point, that like the circles can't turn around. So like, once it passes the point where it can hit you, I think you can just jump up and get a bunch of free hits. And then once they respawn again, you go back down, you try to deal with the ones that you can deal with. That seems like a pretty viable strategy right now. Basically just... Because I think, how many circles were there? Was there 4? Because there was one at the bottom, there was one coming from behind. Actually, there was 2 at the bottom, but one was kind of coming, like, forward at me. And that was the one I froze, and I stood on. And then there was one coming from the top and one coming from the bottom that you can't touch. Because of the way... I mean, you can kill the one coming from the top, but you have to wait until it comes through the wall. And by that time, it's, like, perfect timing with the one at the bottom. I'm just trying to talk this all out in my head so I can visualize it now. And, set it up. And then I don't think those things that shoot from the top, I don't think they can hit you when you're inside the keep saying when you're inside the thing where you can shoot Mother Brain from. So I think you're safe from them pretty much at all times, but I could be wrong. Uh-oh. My internet is dropping. It was for a second. Thankfully, I'm only grinding lives right now. Hopefully that'll fix itself. I'm not sure what's going on. Seems like it stopped. Unless whatever was causing it starts doing it, like going again. I don't know if something was being downloaded somewhere. Seems better now. Yeah, this internet's very touch and go. You gotta be very careful, like, to not do too much at once. It can handle a lot, but like the problem is like it'll drop like that while random stuff's going on. So like if I'm trying to stream and then something is being downloaded, could even be something as probably simple as like, I don't know, the Switch updating itself. I don't even know. Which and that's the biggest thing. Like the download is fine for this internet. It's just the upload is pretty garbage. And for some reason, when you are, you know, using both, the upload is the one that takes the massive hit. Mainly because there's not a lot of upload with this service to begin with. You know, now I think about it, I keep forgetting that I have this jump. That's the, what do you call it? The screw attack. I could probably utilize that a lot more going through that room. Like, make sure I'm constantly in screw attack, because then I wouldn't be able to really take as much damage jumping through the things. Even, like, jumping up to hit Mother Brain, too, I could do that. I just want to make sure not to kill whatever I have frozen, which that's kind of one of the issues it creates. You can't really jump on stuff that you have that's frozen. Yeah, see, sometimes spawning other enemies too, like, change. It seems like if the game gets in too much of, like, same thing happening over and over again, that's when the drops just completely don't even exist anymore. And so if you switch it up by, like, spawning another enemy or even killing another enemy, it seems to, almost, like, fix itself. Yeah, so there we go. All right. always get a little scared there. Just because of how easy it is to... Seems like to screw that up. There's the free hit. Yeah, see, that's the one nice thing about this is you can actually take this room slow. Ooh, almost got hit. But that first room you really can't, and you gotta just keep going, and I think that's what makes it so stressful. Get out of here. I think that was worth. I did that horribly. On this one, bring him over. Ooh. Okay, this is fine. I think. Oh god, that was not cool. Okay. The game started like kind of bugging out there. I was losing. Call it. That's the one bad thing about the screw attack. We're gonna jump in the lava here. Jump up. See. Come down. It's fine. Hey, wait. We wanna... That one up there is a problem. I want to get that over there. Great. Okay, that's good. Oh, get up there. And we're just gonna take this nice and slow. Oh. Until that happens. Oh god, so much flashing. Let's go. Oh no, okay. The screw attack is not fun. Dude! Oh my god. The screw attack is so slippery on this. Hope they give you a lot of time. Ugh. Get out, get out, get out. Oh my god. I can't believe they gave you so much time for that. That screw attack is so slippery there. Wow. Thank God they give you a lot of time because I fell a lot. Like I fell real far. Wow, we did it. What a game. And we did it in sub 20, which is kind of what I was hoping for today. Originally, I wanted to do it in like under 15 hours, but... You know, it's funny, because for as difficult as a lot of the game was, like, the final boss fight was actually kind of fun. Like, the way that, like, it wasn't designed in a way that was unfair, like something like Kraid. Like, I just can't believe that. I guess Kraid was kind of like their troll that they put in my opinion. Like, it was just designed in such a way that, like, the way that you had to grind to get the health, the way that you had to get in there, and then, like, if you didn't have the super jump, which I didn't for a while, just falling into that pit was like a death sentence, which is so easy. Dang, though, that was like, other than Kraid, the game wasn't like, so there was there's two issues with this game, I would say, and it's the fact that Kraid is obnoxious, and the fact that, and most of the reason that Kraid is obnoxious is because of the other reason that the game has an issue, is the fact that you have to grind so long for health. If you didn't have to do that, this game would be a thumbs up game. But the fact that you do have to grind for health is kind of a problem, because there's a lot of the stuff, like I feel like the game isn't designed well enough almost to make you grind for health, because there's so many sort of like really wonky things that can happen. Jesus, hold on a second, the dog and the cat. Sorry about that, the dog and the cat. Anyway. Yeah, the game, like, I feel like it's not, there's too many wonky things that can happen in the game, that the fact that you have to grind for health for so long really just makes it, I don't know, it makes it that more irritating, I guess. Where, like, if the game had a little bit less of, like, that random stuff can kind of happen that can just kill you, or, you know what I mean? Like, I think that was part of what really was frustrating, was there was a lot of times where I felt like I would go into a room and then just get, like, annihilated by something that was like Kraid is a really great example. Like, you go in there and you're immediately knocked out of the room and there's nothing you can do, and you just took like 40 damage now and you got to go get more health. So it's like, it's one of those things where if the game was a little, like, designed a little better in certain spots, I wouldn't mind the health grind, even though it's still terrible. Like for example, the end, for example, when I got to that point yesterday, and I was already kind of worn out, like I had streamed for a while at that point, and I saw how annoying that I thought it was going to be, I thought, oh my god, like I was really dreading it. But the more I thought about it, and I was like, after I got to that room with the barriers, like last night, like before I ended, I thought, okay, this might not be too bad, because I think that's the end. And it was, thankfully. But the issue was, I guess it's actually the lack of the issue, was that I didn't mind grinding for health there, because not only was it not as long, but the section that you had to do also wasn't as, like, unfair. It almost felt like the only thing that I guess would be kind of unfair is the Metroids grabbing you, but like once you've gotten to that part and then you realize you can just freeze them, like it you know, a lot better. When I first got to the Metroids, I didn't even think you could do anything. I thought you just had to run and dodge, and I thought that was absurd. But then when I realized you could freeze them, I was like, okay, not as bad. But yeah, the end actually was a lot more fun than I thought it would be. Like the fight with Mother Brain and all that, like dodging all the stuff and then climbing up the thing. That was all right. Thankfully they give you enough time, because that wasn't too, you know, that wouldn't have been great if I had to redo all that. But um I don't know. I don't really know what like, I don't know what you really say when it comes to this game. It's That's interesting. You lose all your energy packs and your bombs, but you get to keep your power-ups. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, it's not terrible. But I think that, like, there's a lot of parts about it that aren't great, and I think that because of that, it becomes a really frustrating game. You know? It's a lot more frustrating than it should be, than it has any right to be, and I think that's probably why, I would say, like, I don't know if I would recommend this game, if that makes sense. Depending on who you're recommending it to. This is not really like a recommendation type of game. Just because of how irritating it can be, and the way that they design things like health. But I am glad I beat it because I wanted to. I was pretty committed to doing it. If I didn't do it today, I was definitely going to do it at some point, but I was thinking probably not over the weekend because I just needed a break from it. But thankfully we did it, and we did it under 2 hours, which was nice for today. Now the question is, what do I do now? Because I don't really plan on 100%ing this, that's for sure. So I'm not gonna be like going around looking for everything. I will I definitely want to go and get something to drink real quick. Let's see, I've been going for about an hour and a half. We finished Metroid. Thumbs up on that. Now the question is, do I want to do something else in the meantime? And that's something else I was thinking would be like just a casual run through of SMB2 on All-Stars. Because I've been thinking about doing another run of All-Stars again. Because that wasn't, that was kind of fun, but I need practice with the other thing. So I was thinking either I do a run through of that, or I just go look up strats, before I do it again. So I don't know if I want to do a run through of that. Oh yeah, I guess I would also have to hook up my... well, that wouldn't be too hard. I already have everything kind of hooked up. Because that's the thing. I'm not sure what I want to do, actually. I didn't actually plan to finish the game quickly. I thought it would take who knows how long. Because I didn't actually know how... Because I thought that we were close to the end once we got to that first section with the barriers, but I wasn't sure. I thought, you could go through that, and then that could just be like the first room, and then you got to go to another room. So I didn't know how long it would actually take me. But once I saw Mother Brain, I was like, oh, this is going to be very quick. Because, I mean, it's like right there, and I feel like when you really look at it, like most of the difficulty was just getting there. Because I remember thinking that in my head too. I was like, there's no way that they're going to make Mother Brain's fight be unbelievably difficult after you had to go through all that just to get down here every time. Like, they got to be a little bit lenient, and thankfully they were. Yeah, but now I don't know what I want to do. Do I want to do a run through of that? Do I want to frustrate myself again? At least I have a little more knowledge of that this time. I'm trying to think what I want to do. I might just go take a break and then think about it, because I don't really know. So I assumed I'd at least be almost on this till 11 or 12, but it's only like quarter to 11. I have a little more time than I thought, but I don't know. I'm trying to think of do I want to do something that would take like an hour maybe? Yeah, I'm going to take a short break, and then I will be back. So we'll see what I do. I don't know. But yeah, give me a few minutes.